Rocker Pat here.
Alright guys, it's Saturday morning. Let me give you all a little shop update about the things that are going on. Fixed that car 2 weeks ago. This guy's not coming to get it. I'm about to call the tow truck and have that towed off. I only got $23 worth of parts in it. If I gotta lose it, I'd rather lose it than just have this piece of shit sitting in my way. It was in my way this week. Didn't care for that. Last week, after I got through posting the videos of my truck getting fixed, the guy showed up that works in that building over there. Said his daddy had a front clip that he wanted to get rid of, and I don't know, maybe 30 minutes later this showed up on my doorstep free of charge. Free of charge, and I'm large. It goes on my free pickup truck. Yeah, by the way, that blue truck I got for free. I tend to do that quite often. Got a couple things done on this. I'll give you a sneak peek. If you look through that hole right there, you see something in pore 15. I'm not going to show you everything on that yet because I got some ideas on a video for this thing. But yeah, I've been fitting that part in there. Let's see what else I've got done. The fender is painted. It's polished. I've got a somewhere in here, I don't see it right now, but I know it's there as a little dust divot in my clear. I need to come back and hit it with some 1200 and 2000 and hit the polisher again. Plus I think I got a few scratches still up in this zone, but other than that, it's ready to go. Today's project is going to be getting the welt stripping on this thing, and I am going to do a video about how I do that because I thought I did it pretty good and it came out really tight and the way I want it. So anyway, that's that. But let's see what my other little side project is. I got all my parts came in this week for the bumper brackets, the grills around over on the other side of my Vet. I don't think I did anything to the Monte Carlo this week. I think I did a little timing adjustment and hooked up the vacuum advance finally after about 2.5 years of the engine being in there with no vacuum advance hooked up. So I think I got that done, but that's about all I did on the Monte Carlo this week. Drove it around a little bit, not a whole lot, now that I got my truck back. But this is the big thing I made. All right, I have had that bead roller and those two, that shrinker stretcher. The stretcher was already on that piece of metal. The shrinker was sitting and I was changing them back and forth. The bead roller, I had welded this A-frame, or whatever you want to call it, this, not A-frame, but angle iron, onto it to stiffen it up many years ago, and it literally, it all just sat right there, laying on its side, never being used. I have a slip roll, but me and my buddy, we broke it. We broke the gear. I kind of put too big of a piece of metal in there and broke it I don't know, sometime this last summer. So that's out now. But I'm happy because what I did is I had an engine stand that had a bent arm. The upriser was bent, and I had that 302 sitting there on that engine stand, and I had always said I'm going to use that for a stand for my bead roller, but I've never had that piece of pipe right there. And that red piece of pipe I scored this week, and I guess about 3 days worth of fiddle farting. And when I mean 3 days worth of fiddle farting, a lot of that's figuring out where I wanted shit and everything. But yeah, I got that where I want it, and it's at a height so that when I get ready to feed something through it, it's at an eye level where I can, you know, look and see what's going on. But then to make all this work, I got a little crafty there, and now if I need to shrink or stretch something, I can come over here to the stretcher and I can give her a little because this profile right here is going to go real good when I need to try to make me one of them windshield frames for around that windshield for that 39 Ford Coupe sitting over there. So yeah, man, really happy about having this apparatus up and going. And the next thing I got is, I got this little engine right here. And I'm gonna try to mount this engine somewhere in this zone right here where I get enough clearance of my rock and roll unit I got going on here. That's kind of how I want it. So I got clearance. And then I got a bicycle chain. And what my holdup is, truthfully, and this is the holdup, is, man, if y'all guys ever feel this way, man, if I ever just had this tool, or if I had this tool, or if I had that tool, I'd be set. Well, the tool I need right now is a lathe. I need a lathe and a mill. I'm at that point where I need a lathe and a mill, so that little things like I need to make an adapter for this right here, so that I can get a hub, so that I can make that fit it. So, you know, it's like downhill. So then I need to make an adapter for this, so that I can mount a gear on it, so that I can get it then like this, because that bracket's not going to be hard at all. It's just a matter of, you know, that's the easy part. It's the part that I don't have is the lathe. So if you got a lathe, thumbs up to you. This guy right here needs one. That's why I need a bigger shop, and I need to own the shop. So if I have to put 3-phase in it to run the lathe, I'm not wasting my money in another man's building. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, like I said, man, happy to have that. Probably gonna put a battery tray down here, and that little engine right there runs on 12 volts. So it'll be easy for me to switch it one direction or the other, whichever way I want to go. I'll probably be putting a rack down the side for all my dies. And now that I got this up and running, I also made a little rudimentary little, I don't know what you call it, what the hell's the name that you call it, a little track or whatever. You get what it is. Hell, man, I can't even think of it right now. Brain fart. Anyway, that's what I made this week. Happy with that. Always good to get out here in the shop and make some tool that we need, and that gets it where it's rollable, and when I need it I can pull it out, and when I don't need it I can put it away. As far as the battery goes down here that I'm going to run this off of, I'm just going to make it for the size of one of my car batteries, and I got so many cars with batteries in it. When I need it, I'll pull the battery out of my car, set it down there on the tray, and hook it up with some alligator clips or something like that, just so that electric engine will run one way, and flip a switch, make it run the other way. I'll get some sort of speed controller for my foot so I can run it, and then, man, that's got me set up to be able to work on that car and not spend $3,000 on floor pans and stuff like that. You know, that way I can just make hot rod stuff like Rat Rod Bob does, you know. I can get my rat rod skill going. But anyway, yeah, man, I really just dig that, man. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. I got some work I got to get done. I'm going to get this uploaded this morning. And like I said, I'm going to try to make a video on how I'm going to put that welt strip on. Hope y'all enjoy. Y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. And I'm going to keep grinding it down. Talk to y'all next time.